Hey YouTube, this is Grace Car Driver here. Well, I posted a video a while back of our camping trip, and we had a brake line issue on my wife's Suburban. Well, after that incident, I checked my truck. I have my wife's Suburban's a 05 Chevy Suburban, and I have an 06 Chevy Silverado. I don't know if this is factory. I know that I haven't changed this on this truck. I haven't done any front end work on this truck. I did put new brakes, and I think I put brakes and calipers and rotors on this truck, but that's it. I bought it used. So somewhere along the line, I'm pretty sure this has been changed on this truck too. So I want to show you guys what we had the issue with on the other vehicle. Had the same issue here. You look right up here, you see this stabilizer link ties the lower control arm right there to the sway bar, and you see that stud sticking out up there. It ends up being right up under that brake line, and actually you can't really see on it. Well, you might see it. There's a little clean spot on the bottom of that. I don't think that's a shadow. I'm pretty sure that's a clean spot right along in there. That's from that brake line rubbing, just like on my wife's Suburban. That's on the passenger side. Go over here to the driver's side. Same issue. You can see that that's clean right there. That's from that rubbing. As you turn, you get slack, and then you take, and then when you turn to the, if you turn to the right, the driver's side will get slack, and the passenger side will pull tight across there. And then when you turn to the left, it does the opposite. This side will get tight, and the other side will get slack. Those things are run right there by that stud sticking up out of that stabilizer bar. Control link, I think is what they call that. Tied to the lower control arm, and then there you can tell I haven't changed them because that rubber is all cracked up. But anyway, we got the same issue on this one. Same issue on this one. It's been changed. I assume I haven't seen one of these trucks or these year model vehicles that are, you know, new, and see if that's just the way they were from the factory. But as you know, on my wife's, it ended up eating through on the passenger side and wore a hole through the bottom of that line, and tore a hole in it. We ended up without any brakes. Had to fix it on location, and I didn't have any tools at the time, so I had to buy stuff. I had to buy the line. I didn't have my truck, so I didn't have any tools with us. All I had was some sockets and stuff, a little set that we keep in the Miata, and I needed some other stuff besides that, so I had to borrow some. Bought a jack because the Suburban didn't have a jack in it. Bought all kind of stuff to get it done. And when I thought about having to cut that off, I said, well, I don't have anything to cut it with. So I looked at a hacksaw blade, and I'm like, I'm not. Then I looked at power tools, but I have just about every power tool there is. I have electric grinders, angle grinders, side grinders, whatever you want to call them, battery powered and corded. But they were, what, 6 hours away from where we were, and I wasn't going to buy any more because I have enough of them already that work fine. So I opted for, I could either buy the little hacksaw and blade. I think it was around $10 or something like that, and then they had a set of bolt cutters that was on sale for, I think, $18, maybe $20. So I didn't have a set of bolt cutters, so I bought the bolt cutters instead, and just pinch that off and get some clearance there. Well, I'm at the shop now. I'm torn. I don't know if I want to just reach up in there with those bolt cutters and get it done, be done with it. It does leave a little sharp thing, but it ends up being about well, I can nip it off right there at that nut. So I end up with about a good inch space there where I don't have any space right now. Or I can take one of my little angle grinders and cut it off. One of the other reasons I didn't use that, even if I would have had one, the angle grinder, was because that passenger side had brake fluid all over it, and brake fluid is an oil, so it's flammable. And to get under there with that thing and just throwing sparks everywhere, I didn't want to catch anything on fire, end up burning up something. You know, you don't know what you're getting into when you start mixing oil and fire. We know it's hard to put out. So I'm gonna probably opt on this one here just because of the location, just because it's hard to get to. I may just go ahead and nip that thing off with the bolt cutters too. It's really easy and it's done. So we will see. I'm gonna pause it here, and then afterwards you'll know what I did.